What's up, what's up? Coming to you live. Well, not live, but recorded from my favorite place in the world, the couch. You're here with me, Emily. Say hi.
Hello.
Nala. There she is. Any personal finance tips, Nala? No? Alright. And the NBA Finals. But yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about, as you may have noticed, hopefully you've noticed, we have been posting a few quotes from a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And in this book, Robert talks about two relationships that he has with his poor dad, who is his biological father, and his rich dad, who is his best friend's dad. And in the book, he talks about conversations that he has with each of them and compares and contrasts their ideologies about money and how they think about their businesses and all that stuff. So there's two really main points that I gleaned from this book, and the first is about financial literacy. Robert talks a lot about how in school we may learn how to write checks and pay bills, maybe if you're lucky, but we don't learn anything about saving, budgeting, investing, how to earn money, anything like that. Those are important things, because in reality, you're going to graduate from school and you're going to get a job. And in that job, the whole goal that you're working is to make money. But if you don't know what to do with that money, then it's kind of a lost cause. So I think it's a really great takeaway from us is that we can invest in our financial literacy, invest in our financial education, because it's so important that we know what to do with our money when we get it. We're working 40 plus hours a week to make money. And if when you get that paycheck, you lose it right away, you don't know what to do with it, you don't know how to save or budget or invest it, it's all for naught. So that was the first point that I took away, and I thought that was a really great point. The second one is probably the reason it's so famous. This book is so famous. He talks a lot about the difference between how rich people think about money and how poor and middle class people think about money. So his famous quote is, "Rich people make money work for them, but poor and middle class people work for their money." And he goes on to talk about assets and liabilities. How he describes assets and liabilities are things that produce money, whereas liabilities are things that lose money or decrease in value. So an example of an asset is a rental property or investment account or retirement account or something like that. Whereas a liability is a fancy car or expensive clothes or new furniture or something like that that's just going to decrease in value. It may be fun to have, but it's not going to do you any benefits in the future with your finances. So one takeaway for us with that is we need to focus all of our money, as much money as we can, on making good decisions, on purchasing assets, on benefiting our financial future. It may be fun to purchase a brand new car, but if we're able to build up our financial literacy and understand what that actually means for our future and how that's going to decrease in value, how we may have worked really hard for that money we're going to use for that car, we may think differently about that purchase. But all in all, those are 2 points that I took out of this book. I think it's a really good book. It's called Rich Dad Poor Dad. And if you guys want to read it, you definitely should. I would encourage you. It's great for beginners, and it's one of the first personal finance books I read, and I loved it. So if you guys want to comment, if you've already read it, comment down below, and we'd love to hear from you. We'll post a couple more books throughout the month. But hopefully you guys liked this video and it was useful to you. Thanks. See ya. Say bye.